Hi everyone, so today we're going to be making this cute little I don't know, it's like a dream catcher sorta, but it's just like woven yarn, but it's made out of like a plastic lid, so I don't know. Keep watching when I learn how to make it. So, what you're going to need is a little lid like this. This is one from Friends Onion Dip stuff, like chip dip. Even when it's fairly sturdy, and you also don't want to cut too, because you want it, if it's too thin and flimsy, when you cut out the center, like its main support system, it'll get too flimsy. You need scissors, either a large needle or like a small crochet hook. Either would work. I'm just using the large needle because it's what I want to use. Something like this where it's kind of pointy, we can kind of get a hole going into the plastic so you can cut the center out. Can use something to punch a hole in. I'm going to try to use this or the end of my scissors. And then some yarn. I'm going to be using purple and then this like mixed up blue stuff. I don't have any crafts to hang in the background and it looks kind of boring, so Sven is chilling here with me today. So yeah, he's just the decoration for today. First thing I need to do is take this and just try to get a hole punched at some point in it. That wasn't hard. And try to drill it through. This thing's not like sharp, but it's fairly pointy, so I was able to puncture this. I'm going to punch right next to it. See if I can bust between the two of them, and then make a bigger hole so I can get my scissors through there. So I got those kind of punched. Now I can get my scissors to go in there. Do this without stabbing yourself. That's the main goal. Like that, I got that through. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, ask someone for help. It's totally fine. I'm just crazy. And I've cut chunks of my fingers off. It's not fun. I cut a little chunk off this one off once. Not fun. So be careful and ask for help if you want. Even just have someone else do it completely for you, but just make sure to be there, watch so you don't cut like too much off. Because I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to kind of go in a circle, so I can kind of get a chunk of it removed. Because it's easier to get my scissors where I want. So there, I got a hole in the center now, but I want a bigger hole. This is just so I can get my scissors in there and work easier, if you can get in there better. Because you don't want to go too close to the edge, but you don't want to be too far away. I'm going to try to go right at the edge of this green. You see how there's like, this is where the lip is, but I'm going to try to go right at the edge of the green so I have a little bit of extra just so it's a little stronger. But yeah, can be a little dangerous if you're not careful, so you should be careful. At least it doesn't have too many it's not like a sharp edge at least. But if you don't want to leave for the puncturing part, have someone help you because it can be dangerous. If you don't cut it perfect, it doesn't really matter because you'll be wrapping it in yarn, so make it as nice as you can. If someone else cut it for you, don't be too naggy on them if they're not perfect. You're wrapping it in yarn, you won't see it that much. I'm going to cut this chunk out now because the more you can remove at a time is easier. See like that? This part's still fairly sturdy this way at least with this little bit extra. And that little bit of green that I left there on accident, you won't see that much. So just cut it out. Sorry I'm focused on this and not talking because I'm trying to make sure I don't lose any chunks of my finger. Because that wasn't fun when I did that. So that's why I warn you heavily to get help. It wasn't like a big chunk, just a little chunk of skin, but it still hurt. I'm going to cut this little bit of extra right here off that's bothering me. But it doesn't really matter. I just don't want that. I just want a little of that green that I can get. So there, that's it now. So now I'm going to garbage it right next to me so I can throw all these pieces of plastic. If you have some other craft that you would like to do with this, save it. But I don't really have any, so I'm just going to throw it away. So what you need to do is take this. Take it over yarn here, you're going to wrap it in, which I'm going to be doing my dark amethyst purple stuff. That's what I'm going to be using. You're going to want to just take it. First I'll pull any gross hair off of it, because I have a big hair chunk. And since this is a ball, it's going to be too hard, I can't shove it right through. I'm going to pull a really, really long strand and then wrap it, because you want to be able to put it through the middle, but this is a big ball, it won't work for that. So I'm going to cut a really long chunk. I'm going to pull out a big chunk, so I can just shove it through and easier, if that makes any sense. I want to make it long enough so hopefully I won't have to tie on more than one or two things. If you want if you cut it long enough, you could even wrap it back up into its own little ball so that it's less of a long strand of yarn to work with. So I'm going to take this end, take my thing here, and I'm going to just take the end and tie it onto it so that it's attached. like that. But I'm going to like tie it like, which side do I want to be the front? I feel like I want this side to be the front. So I'm going to tie it so that the knot's on this side. So if you see it, we might be able to cover it up and you'll be able to see it. But this way, in case you can see it, it's where I can't see it as much. So there, I cut that off, a little extra. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn this big long strand I have here into its own ball so it's easier to wrap through. I gotta find the other end now. It's really long. Gotta find the other end, and this is really long. There it is. I'm going to wrap this up into a ball of yarn. I don't really care if it's a nice ball of yarn. I just need it into a ball so that it's a wad so it's easier to work with. I don't really care how it is. I just need it in one that won't fall apart too easily. So this is going to take a little bit, and it's kind of boring to watch. So I'll come back when the ball is done being wrapped up. So I got it wrapped now, and I have this big metal clip thing here. It's like for clipping parts of your hair back when you're doing parts of it. But I just have it this way it won't unwind on me. So you could do that, or you could wear a band around it or something. This just makes it easier. So now I got this chunk I left out, so now I'm going to start just wrapping. Try to wrap nicely and neatly and fairly close together. But see, if you didn't have it clipped or something, your ball may unwind itself a whole bunch. So if you clip it or a band-aid or something, that'd be better. See, I'm just wrapping it. Sorry, I was too focused on actually doing it to show you for a second there. And just keep wrapping. This is fairly simple, but it'll take you a while because you gotta go all the way around. And the bigger cover you use, the longer it'll take. So you have to keep wrapping. You could, like, if you wanted to hold it, you could, like, put a dot of glue every little bit. But I don't use glue in my room very much because I don't want to make a mess, so I'll just hold it. Like this. I'll just keep wrapping. And this is kind of boring for you to watch probably, so it's really simply just wrap it around. So I'll be back when this is done being wrapped. So I'm back, and I have it all fully wrapped. I unwrapped a bunch, there's still a lot, so I have this random just little ball of yarn. So fun. And I could wrap it like again, or just like haphazard to give it like a pattern around it, but I just like this simple basicness, so I'm just going to cut the ball off like this. So my tail end right here, and I'm going to take this hook thing here and hook it through some yarn that's just here, if I can. I'm going to try to at least. Might have to get a crochet hook out for this, because this hook doesn't really work for normal hook-in stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a normal crochet hook out. So I'll get that out, and I'll tie it off, and I'll be back. So I'm back again, and I have this all tied off. You just loop it through itself and tie it off. It's not so hard. And it's fairly sturdy. It's a little bendy, but it's plastic. What do you expect? So now what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take some of this. I'm going to pull off a whole bunch of it. Not too much because I don't want to waste it because it's pretty. Like this random purple stuff, I don't know. I'll use it for something else, but yeah. I'm going to pull off a chunk of this. Gotta find the end because it's a mess. Let's pull out the middle. Oh yeah, I can do that. I'm just going to pull off a big chunk. Like that looks like enough to me, like there. And then I'm going to take this, put this one end through my needle. I'm going to make all the knots right in the same place, so I'm just going to go through part of this. Try to get under a full strand, not just through a piece. Or like that. That's perfect. Right through there. Pull it through so it's close to the end. And I'm going to tie it off. I'm going to cut off a little extra bit because we don't need it. Now I gotta find the needle again. I have this, and I have this, it's attached. So now I'm gonna go across, like, to the other side. And I'm gonna just, like, I'm gonna come up to the front and work it from the front, it'll be easier. Pull it all through like this. I'm gonna go like across, and I'm gonna just go, cause like this on this side is where like the lip was, so it's a little like more giving right here on this side. So I'm making it in the front, and I'm gonna go under like one strand or two, depending on how many I catch on accident, and then pull it through like that, and pull it all the way through. So now it's like that to cross, and then I'm gonna go across to like this right here, because this is where I want to make it go. And I'm gonna pull it through. So now it's like that, and I'm gonna just like go over here. I'm just gonna go back and forth across until I feel like it's enough. You could use a tiny crochet hook and hook it under through, but I just like a needle better. I feel like I have more control. My yarn is tying itself into knots. Fun. Yarn is not cooperative at times. Oh, there it goes. That's better. So then you want to make it fairly tight, but don't make it too tight so it starts curling the plastic in. So now I'm gonna like, I don't know why, but somehow it's becoming like a star at the moment. I could make it become like a star pattern. That'd be cool. And then I go back under up here. You can do whatever you want. You can do it as messy as you want, as many as you want, as few as you want. Just again, don't pull it too tight, don't leave it too loose at the same time. Just a fine line. So there, I accidentally made a star. But I'm gonna do the star, but then I'm gonna go over stuff again. See there, it accidentally made a star. I don't know why I just did. So now I'm gonna go across and like go up here. And then I'm gonna go as a straight across over to here, because that's what I feel like doing. But you can use whatever pattern you want. You can make like 4, but make different ones. You give them away as birthday presents or something. Make them colored themed to different people and make them so like, oh, I'll make this one for this person and this one for this person. I'm gonna go down to here. Yarn is not cooperative at times. Like, it gets knots in itself because it's just like, I want to be annoying. It won't undo. Come on. Oh, there, it's coming a little bit. I'll untie this off camera. It's boring for you to watch. There, I got the knot untied, and I pulled it through the rest of the way, so now I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to go over and go in here, and just go in this one right here. And pull it all the way through. And you can either just go on top of each layer as you move, or you could you could weave it through itself if you wanted to do that, if you so desired. And this is what I got so far. I need to do a little more up in this section. I've got to figure out how to get myself there. I'm going to go over and go here, and then I'm going to go up to that place. Let's go. Sorry you can't really see what I'm doing. It doesn't really matter because you can just make this part however you want. You just go under the piece of purple yarn and then you just pull it through. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to go, where should I go? Let's go across to here. And I'm going to go over to this place. Actually, should I go back over here? No, I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to go over here. Just keep going back and forth as many times as you want. Whatever pattern you want. You could do what I just did at the beginning and just make the star, and you could be done if you want. I didn't even plan that star, it just happened. And I'm going to go over here. Oops. I'm going to go over to here. And then I'm going to go down to here, because I say so. And then this is what it looks like so far. You can keep going. You could thread beads on the yarn as you go if you wanted to as well. And I'm going to go up into here. I'm going to go over to here. That's what it looks like so far. So I don't know how much more I want to do. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go over this direction. Maybe I should just be done. I wanted to get to this blue part, but I think I could just be done with this green and turquoise and yellow part with this. Or, let's go like push it through to the back. The inner and the outside don't match very well, so I'm going to take this extra yarn I have here, and I'm going to wrap it around the purple part a little bit. Like this. I'm just going to go around a haphazardly spaced. I'm going to go in through here. This will just make the outside and the middle match better. But you don't have to do this. You can just make your colors match better. So that's what I'm doing. Trying to space it evenly as I can, okay? That's what I'm going for. Just keep wrapping it. The more you could do, you could skip this part to where I show you how to tie it off, and then you can just be done. Up to you. But I want to do this, make it look prettier. And just keep wrapping. This is what I'm doing. I like that. Oh, my yarn got into a knot again. Fun. Come here, Mr. Knot. Undo yourself. Come on. There it goes. This is kind of boring for you to watch, so I probably should go finish wrapping this off camera. So I'll be right back. I'm back. Focus. Focus there. And I got it all wrapped. And now I just finally got to the blue part of this yarn strand I have. So I'm going to hook, first I'm going to make it so this doesn't, all this part doesn't unwrap. I'm going to go under here. Pull it tight so that doesn't undo. And I'm going to push this up through to the front so I can get a little bit of blue into the weaving part, because I just want that. So I'm going to go have this part, I'm going to have it go over to here. I found a little bit of blue in this part of it, because I just do. I'm going to have this go over to here. And then I'm going to go over to here, because I said so. I'm just doing it randomly. Bunch you probably wouldn't even watch if I skipped and finishing the end. And I'm going to go over to, I'm just going to call that done. I'm going to go over to the back here and tie it off. And I'll hook it through so it can be done. And I'm going to just hook, I just looped it through, and I'm just going to tie it off. One second, I'll tie it off camera because it's being annoying. I'm back again. So there I got it all tied off, and I left this attached because I'm going to loop part of it off, because then I'm going to turn part into a loop so I can hang it up with that. So I'm going to put my needle off, can't need that on there anymore. Figure out how long I want this loop to be. Right about there looks good to me, so I'm just going to change the camera battery because it's dead. Sorry about that. So now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to figure out how long I want the loop to be. I already had it figured out, but I had to set it down and change the battery, so I had to refigure it out now. And then I'm going to just figure it out. Like right about there looks good to me. So I'm going to just tie it into a knot right here as close to the back of the thing as I can get it to be. Just tie it like that. Then cut all this extra off. And there. You finished. And you can hang it up or do whatever you want with it. I ended up with another star almost, sort of like this thing. It's a weird shaped star with a star. So yeah, if you like simple crafts with lots of yarn, which are fairly simple and you repeat things and make it look cool like this, give it a thumbs up and comment down below any ideas you might have for me to try, and I'll try. And subscribe. Bye!